The international trailer for Star Wars The Last Jedi has just been released. It has a lot in common with the main trailer released on October 9, but there are a few slight differences. Several new shots and some different editing make it stand out from the version fans have already watched dozens of times by now. Surprisingly, due to an editing decision, the international trailer may have also answered a question that fans have been debating for the past few weeks ever since the original trailer was released. Here's a look at how the new Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer addresses a lingering fan question. In the previous trailer, Luke talks about having seen raw-strength Luke Skywalker in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Lucasfilm fans will recall that, in the main trailer for Star Wars The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker says, "I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now." This comes after a scene in which Rey cracks the ground while training on Ahch-To, so it communicates the idea that Luke is actually scared of Rey because she is so powerful and does not want to train her. But when Luke makes reference to seeing raw strength once before, who is he talking about exactly in the trailer itself? He doesn't specify, and this is something fans have been in disagreement about. Some people thought he was talking about Darth Vader. Darth Vader in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Lucasfilm. Some fans who watched the trailer argued that Luke was referring to Darth Vader when he said that he has seen raw strength once before. It would make sense that Luke is terrified of training Rey because he's afraid that she'll be Anakin Skywalker all over again, a powerful Force user who falls to the dark side and brings terror to the galaxy. Part of the reason fans theorized this was that it would be a callback to a scene in The Empire Strikes Back. While training with Yoda on Dagobah, Luke tells Yoda that he's not afraid, and Yoda responds, "You will be." So the line in the trailer for The Last Jedi was seen as a reference to that Luke wasn't afraid enough of the threat of Darth Vader and the Empire, leading to the loss of his hand, and Han Solo being frozen in carbonite. But now in The Last Jedi, Luke has learned a lesson about taking the threat of powerful Force users seriously. Others felt he was talking about Palpatine. Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Lucasfilm. One other interpretation of the line is that Luke is talking about Emperor Palpatine when he refers to raw strength and power. This would still be for the same reasons as the Vader theory, except Palpatine arguably fits even better since he, in the end, was more of a threat than Vader to the point that Luke was never even able to defeat him. He needed Vader to step in and help. In addition, Palpatine in Return of the Jedi has powers beyond even that of Anakin Skywalker, including Force lightning. So the argument is that Luke feels he didn't take the threat posed by Palpatine seriously enough in The Empire Strikes Back and realizes that he would have died if not for Anakin. That could be why he's making the comparison when talking to Rey in The Last Jedi. Still others believed he was talking about Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Lucasfilm. The most common interpretation of the line is that Luke is talking about Kylo Ren, though. After all, when Luke mentioned seeing raw strength only once before, the scene cuts to what appears to be the fall of Luke's Jedi, which Kylo Ren was evidently responsible for. We also see a shot of Luke's hand reaching out from under some debris, presumably after being left for dead by Kylo. So the idea would be that, as Han Solo says in The Force Awakens, Luke was training Ben Solo and was not scared by Ben's raw power, but eventually, Ben turned to the dark side, destroyed the new Jedi, and became Kylo Ren. Luke is filled with anger and regret for not having seen the threat of Kylo Ren coming, which is why he goes into hiding on Ahch-To. With the line in question in The Last Jedi trailer, Luke is making a comparison between Rey and Kylo Ren, explaining that he's not prepared to train another powerful Force user, after doing so a few years ago caused so much destruction. But not everyone was convinced that the line was about Kylo Ren, and this has been a lingering question in the Star Wars fan community for the past few weeks. The new international trailer seems to confirm he's talking about Kylo now. The new The Last Jedi international trailer should put these discussions to rest. In this version of the trailer, after Luke says his line about seeing raw strength once before, there's a cut right to a shot of Kylo Ren. We then get the same two shots of Luke's hand coming up out of the debris and the Jedi Temple burning. Unless there's some seriously deceptive editing going on here, the international trailer makes it about as clear as it possibly could that Luke previously saw raw strength in Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, and he's not talking about Darth Vader or Palpatine when he utters those words. Some fans think Luke is talking to a Force ghost. Yoda could be who Luke is talking to. Lucasfilm. So the international trailer seems to answer the question of who Luke is talking about when he discusses raw power, but one question still remains: who is Luke talking to? The most obvious explanation would be he's just talking to Rey, explaining why he does not want to train her. But there is actually a common theory that Luke is talking to a Force ghost, either the ghost of Yoda, Anakin, Obi-Wan, or all three. There have been rumors for a while that we will see a Force ghost in the movie, most likely Yoda. When Frank Oz, the man behind Yoda, was asked earlier this year if he plays Yoda in The Last Jedi, he said that he was asked not to talk about it, which is a pretty conspicuous answer. Why would he be asked not to talk about being in the movie unless he's in it? There has also been speculation of Hayden Christensen appearing as the ghost of Anakin Skywalker and even Ewan McGregor appearing as the ghost of Obi-Wan, but there has been nothing as substantial to back that speculation up. It would make sense for Luke to be talking to Yoda about Rey, though, and this would mirror Yoda talking to Obi-Wan in The Empire Strikes Back about not wanting to train Luke. The Last Jedi could feature the natural continuation of that idea, with Luke resisting the idea of training Rey but with Yoda convincing him to do so. We still don't know what happened between Kylo and Luke. What happened between Kylo and Luke? Lucasfilm. A lot of what happened between Luke and Kylo Ren is still a mystery. Really, all we have to go on right now is Han Solo saying in The Force Awakens that Luke was training a new generation of Jedi, but that one boy, an apprentice, turned against him and destroyed it all. But why Kylo Ren turned against Luke, and what exactly Kylo Ren did to destroy Luke's Jedi, remains unclear. We technically don't even know that Kylo Ren destroyed Luke's Jedi on purpose. One common theory is that the destruction we see in these flashbacks was just an accident, with Kylo perhaps giving in to his rage during an argument, but not realizing the full extent of his powers, leading to the accidental destruction of the temple and the death of all of his fellow Jedi besides Luke, who survived and made it out of a pile of debris. If Kylo Ren is to be redeemed as most fans think, The Last Jedi could begin the process by showing that Kylo didn't actually turn against Luke on purpose and simply fell into Snoke's arms after Luke refused to forgive him for what was ultimately an accident. The international trailer also features a few new shots Rey in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Lucasfilm. All in all, the international trailer is not all that different from the main trailer released a few weeks ago, but there are a few new shots in it. One is a shot of Rey in a cave on Ahch-To saying, "I need help." We already heard her saying that line in the original trailer, but this one features a new insert of her presumably in a cave with Luke, asking for his help in the early part of the movie. Additionally, there's a new shot of Kylo Ren's mask right before he smashes it, plus new shots of BB-8 and C-3PO. Overall, the trailer doesn't reveal too much more than the original did, but it does thankfully clear up a debate about who Luke previously encountered with raw strength, seemingly confirming that it's Kylo Ren. Check out the cheat sheet on Facebook.